You wanna know what's going on? Let me tell you the story of Rayman! In Rayman's world, nature and people live together in peace. The Great Protoon provides and maintains the harmony and balance in the world. Sorry, folks. This apparently can't last. One fateful day, the evil Mr. Dark steals the Great Protoon and defeats Matilla the Fairy as she tries to protect it. The Electoons, who used to gravitate around it, lose their natural stability and scatter all over the world! Troublesome, isn't it? And untidy, too. In this now unbalanced world, strange phenomena begin to occur. Freaks and hostile characters appear, capturing every Electoon they can find. They definitely need a hero to save them now! Don't you think? Rayman to the rescue!
No problem.
Go and free all of the Electoons, Rayman, and bring back the Great Protoon from its mysterious kidnapper. But will the bad guys let him do it?
Yo, what up? It's your boy Shank Daddy coming at you with the Rayman walkthrough that I've been talking about doing. I had to plan this out, and it was kind of tough because I couldn't really find like any like resources for like exact. I basically had to just watch a bunch of different videos, and you know, for the stuff I didn't know, I knew pretty much where most of the stuff that I wanted to kind of show off was, but there were a few things I wasn't sure of. But when it comes to the obviously all 102 cages. When it comes to the 65 extra lives, I know I'll be showing off every location for that, and the 11 magician levels. I'll show off all 11 of those as well. What I'm going to do is probably in the description of the videos that I make, which there's going to be 3. It'll be in 3 parts, and I'll explain why there's 3 parts. But there's going to be kind of like a description just showing every single thing, and there'll be a chapter kind of time for each thing. Once I'm done with the, with the videos, I'll make sure to do that. That way if people are looking to say like, hey, maybe they're looking for like a specific one, I can put that in the description. But yeah, we'll get, when we get there, we get there. I'm going to try to like point them out as we go. We're going to start off in Pink Plant Woods here. I'll try to give like a kind of brief explanation. I'm sure people that are watching this, I'm sure they have some sort of idea of like how the game works and whatnot, but at this point, like, you have your extra lives, you have your tings, they're these blue like kind of little orbs. We're actually gonna grab the first extra life here in the screen. That's the only thing that's even here. 100 of those blue tings without dying get you an extra life. Every time you get an extra life, your health little like points there, so like right where Rayman's head is in the top left, those points go back up, they fill back up when you get an extra life. So whether it's 100 blue tings or you just collect an extra life, you'll get your health back, which is really convenient. So here in the second level, we're actually going to grab an extra life in the beginning, and there's the first magician level, or you could call them like bonus life levels, whatever you want to call them. I think the legitimate thing is magician. Or like, it's like, oh, there's 11 magicians. And to get into a magician level, you need 10 of those blue orbs or blue tings to get in. You kind of have to pay. So you could technically keep trying as long as you're getting at least 10 every time. Or if you just have enough to keep trying. Because you're gonna, like some of the last few, kind of, it gets to the point where you might get to it and you just don't have any because you might have died and then there wasn't any blue orbs to get, in between the checkpoint and where that level was. So we'll, when we get there, I'll explain it. But I guess I should probably explain why I'm going to make 3 different parts. So the first part, we're going to go all the way to Mr. Stone's Peak. We're going to get the run ability. This video will go all the way to there. We're just going to go straight through. We're not going to like backtrack. That's going to be the second part. The second part's going to when we backtrack through all those levels, and then from Picture City, Eraser Plains, I guess it's called, all the way until the end of the game will be the third part. I figure that's the best way to do it. It's the best way to kind of, without confusing people. And again, I will put everything in the description in terms of chapters, spots, and whatnot. So if I'm not saying like, oh, here's where this exact thing is. I'll try to, but sometimes like you just get a bunch of them in a row. By the way, and here's the first of 5 abilities that we get. We need the punch to even like complete the game. So one of the things about this game is obviously if you looked anything up on a forum or anything like that, all you'll hear is, oh, this game is one of the hardest games. It's one of the most frustrating games. So what was one of the things I was seeing the most? It's one of the most unforgiving games, and I think that really speaks volumes. I think that's the best way to put it. It's very unforgiving. The checkpoint system in this game, which is like non-existent at times. Here's another extra life, by the way. This screen actually has the most extra lives, I think, in the whole game. It has 5, I believe. You get 3 cages and 5 extra lives, and then there's also a magician level in this too. The second magician level out of 11. Come on, get over there. All right. Well, I guess we're getting this thing first. I didn't mean to do that. I kind of want to get the. Let's just get this thing. I'd rather have gotten this. Are you kidding me? All right, yeah, let's go. Nice. So the way the gold kind of punch, I think it's double damage. I'm not exactly sure. And then you either collect 2 or 3 of these speed punches to get the full kind of effect. Here's our second extra life. There should be 5 again. There's the second cage that we got. We're gonna have to this is one of those levels we're gonna have to backtrack to. Wait, is there? Oh no, okay, we're fine. There's actually 2 extra lives, 1 on each side here. We're gonna grab that. Just want to kill some of these guys. Okay. I want to kind of punch this to the other side though. I mean, it's whatever. It's going to this side. It's fine. We'll just have to go back up top. Definitely getting those power, the red kind of circle power with the P on it. That's it helps a lot. Oh my god, come on. Yep, we want this to go to the other side. The life is over here. I think you could actually punch into it if you have the certain one. I don't know. I've seen like speedrunners do it, but again, the reason why I'm making a video, you could watch a speedrun, and the speedruns are really helpful. I mean, you see some crazy stuff. I'm definitely gonna do my shout outs towards the end, maybe at the end when I beat the game. But like I feel like this game is just very underappreciated on the speedrunning side, and it's a really fun game to watch from a speedrunning perspective. I know Textera on Twitch, he just did a damageless max percent, which means he literally got every collectible in the game. Oh, hold on, we're not totally done here yet. Okay, we got to get the magician. So we got all the extra lives, I believe. We should end up at 12. That's how I know I got them all. Once we get this last one. And again, if you try to go to this magician and you don't have at least 10 of these blue tangs, you're not going to... Oh my god, I almost walked into the water. Alright, but... yeah, I'm just hoping that this helps people, because I feel like this would be something that I noticed personally, is that there wasn't really any casual, like, walkthroughs of this game. And not that there wasn't any casual walkthroughs, because there are walkthroughs, but there was no walkthroughs with commentary. So I figured, you know what, there's something I could do, and if anything, if there is one that I just missed, I'll just make my own. It's not a big deal. It's not like, figure, you know what, this is something I always wanted to do, and I'm not gonna do this for many games. So this game definitely needs a walkthrough. It's just such an annoying game, man, in that regard. I mean, if we're just talking like different aspects of this game, like the music and the art is just like ridiculously good. Probably some of the best music, especially like a 1995 game. Basically like early PS1. I mean, I think this game came out on a bunch of different things. We're talking like the Atari Jaguar and like PC. I think it came out on like every console that was out at that time. So definitely, and I believe this has got to be one of the earliest, if not like a console Like a first release for PS1. I mean, 1995. That's like right in the beginning of PS1. All right, so we're done with Pink Plant Woods. We'll come back to that in part 2 in the next video. Like I said, we're going to go through these. We're not coming back to these. If I get all 6 of the cages, that's one thing on the first try, which I will for a few of these levels. The rest we will deal with later on. So first, we're going to drop down and get the... there's an extra life and a cage right here. Just got to make sure you duck here and don't get hit. So we'll get the cage. I think we get 4 cages in this one. There's 2 cages on this screen that we can't get. The next cage is a boss fight, our first boss fight, like the Moskito boss, the first Moskito boss. Are you kidding me? What? What? All right, that was a little ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, like I said, the speedrunning community definitely doesn't get its due. I feel like it definitely could use more of a... get some more eyes on that, because it's an awesome run to watch. It really is. A lot of skill involved. And I know there's speedrunning tutorials out there. Okay. Alright, so we got the 3 cages. We're gonna have a boss, and then we basically have an auto-scrolling level with 1 cage and 2 extra lives. Maybe after each world I'll do, or each level, I'll kind of say like what my totals are, what they should be up until that point. Because I have a whole Excel spreadsheet. I made a Word doc that I'm going to put in for like, I'm just going to copy paste into the description of each video. And that should be good, but... Alright, so this first boss, not too bad. Just got to look out when the boss goes from the side. If he's like up here, or if he's on the bottom, you can just kind of wind up and punch. But if he's at the top, you gotta do like a little like jump punch, whether it's left or right. Obviously, we beat that pretty easy. He only had 5 health points, so. The next Moskito boss has like 14 health or something, like a lot more health. It's not a tough fight, or a tough boss fight, but it's still annoying because it just takes forever. Alright, so now we get to our auto-scrolling level. You want to start off low. You could go up and grab the stuff. I would play it safe, because we're going for the extra life there. We actually got 2 because we got 100 tings at the same time, but the second bonus life is coming up. Here's the 4th cage. We'll have to come back. The other 2 cages are on the first screen, so that's going to be in the backtrack video. Alright, let's punch out these little minion guys. I think they're called just minions. I don't even know what the official name for them is. Yeah, so there's going to be like these little sparkles. You have to go into the sparkles and then go backwards and grab the life very quickly. It has to be all in one motion, otherwise you're going to miss it. The screen basically goes past the extra life. So now we can just finish out the level. There's no other real collectibles that we need to get. There's actually a decent amount of blue tings here, though. Yeah, so you get a decent amount here. Just gotta be careful. Just go a little bit low there. Push back up. And we're good to go. We are on the 4th world already. Up until this point, you should have, I believe... So we're gonna get the hang ability here. Trying to think how many you should have. I mean, I guess you really won't have to do it yet, but... Yeah, you know what? I won't do that because I don't really have totals per like level. Well, I do, but I'd have to add them up. It's just gonna get annoying while we're like mid video here. Like I said, I'm gonna have a complete list. It's gonna be in the chapters part. For the Swamps of Forgetfulness, we're actually gonna get all 6 cages. This first screen has 2 cages and it also has 1 extra life, which is at the very end. It's another auto-scrolling level, so. Okay. Get our little seed that we plant. I think you could plant like up to... Wait, can you plant up to like 2 seeds at once? Let's see. I think either 2 or 3. Doesn't matter. This isn't too bad of a level. Like I said, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. This would be a good level to explain if I have anything else to say in terms of like how the rest of the video or how the rest of the stuff's gonna go. Yeah, so the 3 parts, I already mentioned that. What else? I guess total there's going to be 76 extra lives that are possible to get, not counting the ones you get from blue tings, from the 100 blue tings that you collect. And I figure me doing that's not mandatory, but the 102 cages is mandatory. You actually have to get every single cage to unlock the last level and verse the boss, the final boss, the guy Mr. Dark. But the extra lives isn't mandatory, but I figured let me show all the locations, being that if I'm going to make this a, oh my goodness. If I'm going to make this a walkthrough, might as well be as thorough as I can here. We're going to go right towards the exit sign as close as we can, spawn that extra life and grab it, and then go back. The next level does have 2 cages. Nothing else though. I don't think, no extra lives or anything, just 2 cages. Just gotta be careful here. Okay. Go into the water. I feel like I could die right here. If you get hit by one of these guys, they'll knock you back. That's another thing. In this game, like, the enemies, they all knock you back, which is very annoying. Because, like, their hitboxes are sometimes just a little bit... It just doesn't make sense. And that's just something you get used to. I don't think I really needed that, but... Oh my god, I kind of went too far there. Alright, good. We got it all. Not that it matters. You have to go low to spawn this cage. If you were to go high, it wouldn't spawn the cage. Just as a little mental note there. Nope. Another thing is, if you were to take this down and not jump, you'd actually fall in the water, even though that plum is there. So, just think, like, any of those platforms that go down into the, back into the bottomless pit, I guess you could say, or the water here in this case. You can't just, like, you have to jump off of them. You can't just let it fall down onto the plum. Alright, let's grab this, what is it, the 4th cage? Yep. 4th cage. Yep, okay. But we actually are going to get all 6 cages for this one. It's just the way this level works out. So we're not going to come back to this level. That's why any extra lives that are in this one, we want to make sure we get, because we're not coming back to it later on. All right, there should be one more screen here. We're actually going to climb to the top here. We got to spawn the cage that's going to spawn at the bottom. You climb up to the top and you fall down. There's a cage here. Okay. Now we want to jump up. We don't want to take this all the way down. Ooh, that was close. All right. So once you get up here, there is a magician. Actually, I didn't even realize this. We're very close. If I would have got the extra life, I wouldn't have been able to get this magician. I would have had to die and then try again. Start the count over. But luckily, we got enough. This is probably the hardest one out of all the magician. Just, I don't like, because it depends on how you do it. For me personally, I like to, all these ones that aren't moving, I jump on them first. And then hit it. That way you're not trying to jump on top of every single... It just gets really annoying when you do it that way. I feel like this is definitely an easier way to do this. Okay, I think we should be able to get this, because you don't have to jump. You just gotta jump off this, grab that. That one might take you a bunch of tries to get used to, but like I said, don't like hit every single one. Just jump on it and then hit it for the ones that are stationary. And there's another extra life. Let's go. Okay. Go over here. Okay, we got our 6th and final cage of this level. Like I said, we're not coming back to this one, so... Alright, and we're in. Nice. Alright, so we have one more Dream Forest level. So what we need to do is you jump back over here, you get on top of this tree, and a cage will spawn below. Grab that cage. Alright, so we're gonna take this. This is probably the first spot where I will, you know, have a chance of dying, because just the way this works. Okay, I think we should be good now. Yep, I saw it coming. Alright. Yeah, and by the way, guys, I'm not gonna edit out when I die. I figure I wanted to keep it like kind of realistic, because this game is really tough. Like, I'm gonna die a decent amount. That's why it's good to get the extra lives, honestly. Okay, we should be good now. Oh my goodness, why is that so close? Okay, we should be fine. Yep, that's better. Kind of stinks. I wanted to try to get through this first part without dying, but you know what? It's gonna happen. I'm not too worried about it. We got our 5 health points back anyway, so we should be good to go. We just gotta get our punch back. I'm actually gonna opt to go for the magician at the top here. Actually, this part you gotta be kind of careful. We gotta go backwards and then forwards here. Should be the second cage. Be right here. Or is this the first cage? Maybe. Second cage. Sorry, second cage. All right, so we'll go up. We're gonna get the checkpoint. When we do the backtrack part, I'm gonna show you could basically death abuse and go back to the beginning because we're gonna need. Oh, get me on there. Ah, okay. Because we're gonna have to get. There's a cage that we can't get now. There's one cage. Wow, that was crazy. Did not expect that to work. Okay. Okay, knock this guy, knock this guy. Okay, we're gonna go to the magician here. Now, before we go to him, as you can see, this thing spawns. We don't have this ability yet, so we can't actually do that. So for now, we're gonna basically be missing one cage from this total level. Every screen, I'm gonna call them by screens, and then the full entirety of like the level will be. Oh no, that was not good. Come on. All right, we're gonna probably have to restart this one. That's not good. Well, I need to get at least enough. That stinks. Whatever. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna be able to finish this one, but if I can at least get to 10, because we didn't have a lot to begin with. Yeah, we should be fine though. In terms of getting enough where we'll just start it again. Okay. Yeah, we'll get at least 10. As you can see, the way I'm jumping, it's just I don't know, for me it works out. All right, so we actually got pretty close. I mean, we weren't that far away from completing it, but we did get enough because whatever you collect, you keep. So you could technically keep doing it over and over, and if you're getting more than 10, you're actually gaining tings every time. It's just not a lot. There's 17. I think we got 14 of those things. Okay. And we're gonna go up. Where's the jump that this one right here. You hit it, and then you kind of go back a little bit to catch the plum as it's swinging. That way, you know, you don't waste time having to, like, go up and then do it in 2 different jumps. As you can see, I'm trying to jump where I'm still moving up, but not having to go down too much on that part. This, we just jump up, keep going up. All right, so we got it. That was obviously done a lot better. It's fine. I believe that was number 4. That was magician number 4. So yeah, like I said, we can't go this way. We're gonna have to go back, and we're gonna have to come back here eventually. Let's go past him. Punch that fish. Nice. Oh, come on. Okay. All right, let's just play it safe here and punch this thing down. Okay. Punch out the minion. Isn't there? There's nothing there. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of that guy. Punch out another minion before we get up here. Nope. All right. Well, that didn't help. Usually, you like to get the plum to go over this spot. Whatever. We'll just jump through. So take it a little bit slower. Boop, boop, and nope. It's the knockback that's killer on those guys. Okay, so you have to get past this guy. You actually have to hit the lips part. If you don't hit the lips part, watch. You hit him in this, like, he just kind of like spawns a guy. So you have to hit him in the lips, and then you just walk past. That's the only appearance of that monster in the whole game. You'd think you'd see it more, but you don't. That's it for first screen. The second screen, I believe, has 3 cages. So it's another one of these. You have to go like all the way left. You go over here, and then you come back. It should be spawned. The cage down here. So we're gonna get 3 cages in this screen. This screen, like the jumping's a little bit weird. It's a little bit floaty, and this is where you see like how the jumping can be floaty in this game. At least, in my opinion, it feels like it's floaty. Because the way these platforms move, it's just at times it feels like you're like, I don't know, like you're literally floating in midair. I don't know, that's literally the best way to put it. I'm gonna grab this. Okay. I'm gonna just jump there. You can crouch under that and then jump under the one that's swinging under me. I just kind of like to go and hang on that side. I'm so used to doing that now. Either way, we'll get you there. Oh, it's close. Come on, let's not die on this level. This is another part where you would die. You just gotta jump right over that, and you have to trust that you're gonna make it. Otherwise, you're gonna get knocked back into the water. Those swinging, like, spike plant things are really annoying. Alright, so we got 4 out of 6. We're gonna end up getting one more at the very end of the level. Here's a punch thing. And there's also, if you're not full on health, there's a P right here. You can't see it. But grab that. I just figured I'd show, just in case you need the health. Alright. We're gonna go under this one. Over that one. And over that one. And we're at the last part. We just need to get past this. I guess you could get this thing off the wall. There we go. That's actually perfect. It's gonna land right where I want it to. Get our last cage for now. We're gonna have to come back. There's another level with the backtrack too. Basically, most of the levels before that Mr. Stone Peaks or Mr. Stone's Peaks or whatever it's called, we're gonna have to come back to in some shape or form. So that's why I'm doing 3 different videos. Like I said, the second video will be the backtrack part. I was gonna do it in 2 parts, but I figured, you know what? Let me do it in 3. That way, it just makes more sense. One of the videos is gonna be a lot shorter. The backtrack video is gonna be pretty short, but it's not a big deal. So this one's just an auto-scroller. There's nothing here in terms of things to collect. It's just surviving. It starts to speed up a little bit, like kind of unexpected. I think like almost right here, right? Or like kind of soonish. Yeah, right here. And you kind of just have to be ready for it. Okay, I think I made that. There's one part we just gotta jump straight up over like 2 different guys. Instead of trying to like do like little jumps. You jump over that one, you go to that platform right there. Instead of trying to do like 2 little jumps, you'll make it. Doesn't look like you're gonna make it, and then you just make it. That one's not too bad though. Damn, I just hit my arm against. Alright. Okay, so this one I believe just has an extra life, if I'm not mistaken. This one I believe just has an extra life. And this one's a tough extra life to get. I know there's like a cheap way to get it. I've seen speedrunners do it. But we're just gonna get it the normal way. Because I honestly don't even know how to do it. I wouldn't expect anyone that watches this video to know how to do it, so. I don't know, it was pretty bad. Alright. So, to get this extra life, we have to knock this plum all the way to the right and then up a hill. Which is pretty tough, but I'll show you what I do. So I knock this thing down, I wind up, hit once and then again to kind of knock it onto this little island. And then I wind up to get it to stop. So now it's sitting there. Now you could try to like nudge it and get it a little bit more forward. I think where it's at is fine. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it more forward than where it is. So then you got to come down. Oh, hold on. Let's go back. We're gonna have to jump over this. Get back to where we were. Wait for this thing to go backwards, and then we're gonna try it again. Okay, come on, just keep swinging it, and there we go, we got it. That was pretty awesome. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very tough one to get. If you can't get it, don't try to do it, because if you're gonna just die more times than it takes to get the extra life, if you're gonna die more than once, it's not worth it, right? So if you can't get that one, don't worry about it. That is just how you get that one, though. And here's the second Moskito boss fight that I was talking about. Basically, once you beat this boss, we get our 3rd ability. This boss is not obviously more difficult than the other Moskito fight, but just takes a long time. And look how much health. The other Moskito only had about 5 health points. This one has about like either 13 or 14, something like that. I think 13 I counted. Could be 14, I don't know. Maybe it's tough to see. Oh. Okay. Kind of you'll get used to the patterns. I mean, I could try to go in depth with all of like, you know, I'll try to explain everything the best I can, but there's only so much I can do in terms of like, see like this thing you just duck under. It doesn't look like you're going to make it. Just wind up. If he's on the bottom like that, you just wind up and punch. Okay, just crawl under it. Okay, again, wind up and punch. He's on the bottom. All right, easy money. They're going to give us a free hit. We'll take it. Okay, he's going to do his 3-1. So he does that. He does the red one, and then you just got to duck under this, and then he's going to come from one of the sides. He's coming from the top, so you kind of do a little jump punch. Okay, we're going to duck. He's going to do another from the side. We're going to wind up since he's on the bottom. Oh, he hit us because I was too close. That's my fault. Luckily, we have a lot of health, so we're fine. All right, he's gonna do the series again where he does like the one gold one, the one red one, and then the purple one. Just duck under the purple, and then jump punch, and that is all she wrote for that Moskito boss. Not bad. Yep, not bad at all. We don't become friends with this Moskito. This Moskito is just dead, apparently, or knocked out, I guess you could say. It is supposed to be a kid's game, which is ridiculous. The fact that this is even considered a kid's game is just ridiculous with how hard it is. Because as a kid, most kids probably couldn't get through this game. It's just too annoying. And too many annoying things about it that you have to unlock and figure out. Alright, so we do get our third ability here. We get the swing ability. Swing by Savage. But, let's see. Yep, easy enough. I won't be doing the... So anybody that watches speedruns, there's like a thing called Fruit Loop boosting, or like boosting, I guess. You basically get a lot more speed, and you can swing yourself like a lot farther. I'm not going to do that, but... Alright, so... Just in the whole spirit of kind of doing this in like a casual playthrough type of way. Plus, I'm not even... Honestly, I don't even really know how to do it. So we're going to start Bandland here. Like I said, we're not going back yet. That'll be in the second part. We'll go back to those levels. For me, it's just easier to have all the abilities and then come back. You can do everything a lot quicker, and it's also easier. Yeah, just bask in the music. Bask in the music. Probably the best song, honestly. Let me turn it up for a second. Just like, honestly, just amazing. This song is just like perfect. I use it on my my stream intro. All right, let's put it back down here. I'll leave it like here, just for the fans. All right, so with Bongo Hills, we're actually, this is going to be a weird one. We're only going to get one of the 6 cages. Now, you could get 5 out of the 6. But since we're going to have to come back here anyway, I figure that I'd rather come back here and do the other cages with all the abilities. And I'll tell you which one we're going to do. I forget exactly which screen it is. I could tell you in a second once I have a moment to look. Which screen is it? It is screen number... I think it's 3? Screen 3, maybe? It's tough to tell because I don't have like a breakout. The breakout that I have right now is my Excel spreadsheet, but it kind of has like the totals for it, not the in order. I have one that's in order that I'm going to use for my description for each YouTube video. But right now I'm kind of using my Excel spreadsheet, which has all the totals. That was the thing. I wanted to make sure I knew every single location of the 3 things. Obviously, the cages is one thing. That's easy. Well, it's not easy, but easier thing than finding. There really was no like guide on how to get every single extra life. I looked everywhere. I looked on forums, and I'm sure it's somewhere. I just couldn't find it. There's got to be one somewhere. Oh my goodness. You could just jump. I don't know why I'm doing this. You could just literally jump over it. Like that. There is an extra life here at the end. I don't know if I have my full punch back yet. I think I must, but I'll show you guys. There's something down here. There's a speed punch. Come on. I thought I'd hit that guy. Come on. There we go. I just had to get the right height on the punch. All right, so let's go up. Oh, And we missed the jump. Come on. There we go. Awesome. All right, now I'm going to go... The life isn't here. If you drop down, just grab it. Go back up. Okay. So here, you'll hear it. There's a lot of these things like spawning in that spot. One of those things that spawned was an extra life, so we're gonna go back. Basically, once you get to like here and you... I forget if it's like right here or here. Basically, the extra life is gonna spawn back here. But it doesn't... Obviously, it doesn't start there. You have to basically go far enough to the right to get it to spawn. Fortunately, this guy just respawns. Come on, man. So we got the extra life. We got our health back anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, we're not going to get the cage. You technically can get the cage here. I'm just going to get all the cages when we come back. It's not a big deal. If anything, it'll help the next video be a little bit longer. I think you can get basically 5 out of the 6 without doing anything that's like not what the game intended you to do. Me personally, it's just easier to come back with all the abilities and just get a lot of the, like this cage that's up there. You have to basically go across. I'll show you guys in the next video. We just want to get through this this particular screen. Probably the more annoying thing, there's a jump here that we have to make like over these like spike tip guys, and the jumps have to be kind of precise. So right here, right, that was, you know, you have to basically get very close. We're gonna get this P before we leave. Go through. I gotta say though, so far so good. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. I think you will. I think this will definitely be worth it. All right, so in this level, we're actually going to get the one cage here. Let's just go up. Grab the checkpoint. Okay, we gotta go under here. Come on. Okay, it's actually okay that we're getting hit because there's a health power up right over here. Okay, get our one cage that we're gonna get. It's gonna be 1 out of 6, so we're not getting any more cages. We're gonna try to get back up here without getting hit, hopefully. Just trying to keep jumping, and eventually we'll clip what we need to clip. There we go. Back here, I will show you guys that you can technically go over to the right. I think all these are basically, you can get there, you can jump to them. There's actually another one of these over here, so if you need more health for whatever reason, you can grab that in that spot and grab another one of these Maraca rockets, I guess you could call it. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. It's literally like a rocket that's a Maraca. It just sounds hilarious. Alright, so here there's actually an extra life. This guy is, I don't know, getting all weird with me. Come on. There we go. Knock him out. Those guys are annoying. Extra life. Should only be 1 in this level. Basically, there's 1 cage, 1 extra life. It's the only, by I said level, I mean screen. Okay. Just in case, this level just has a ton of these. There's so many of those extra health power-up things. 5 health point power-ups. Okay, this level, I mean, Bongo Hills in general is just a long level. This screen in particular is pretty bad. There is a magician, which will be the first thing that we get. There's a cage in here that we can't get. This is actually the one level that, no matter what, you couldn't get this unless you did something like they call like a hoop or a Fruit Loop boost or whatever. I don't know what they still call it that. The boosting thing when you're swinging. For anybody that knows the speedrunning community stuff. Oh, look at that. Look at that dodge, man. I still got it. All right, so we're going to go to the magician, which is over here. We have enough blue things. I think this one, is this the ice mechanic one? I believe it is. You have to be careful going to the left. You don't want to knock back into the starting zone, because that'll knock you back, and then you have to waste another 10. This one's honestly one of like in terms of the amount of time they give you a lot more time than you need. Like, even with me not doing that, like I already messed this up. I think I could still make it, even with me falling down. with like a good decent amount of time to spare. This one usually, I think this one, like, they give you just way too much time comparatively to some of the other ones. You'll see some of the other ones you'll be like, oh, like, see, like, we're already at the end, and I messed that one up pretty badly, but we still made it anyway. So not bad. Don't want to knock into that. Okay. Obviously, we can't get to the cage that's over to the right here. We need the hover ability. We don't have that yet. Grab this. Grab this. We should get an extra life, honestly, or it'll be close. Go around the back area. You'll get health power up. Speed punch. We're actually very close to getting an extra life. Just want to grab that, just because I think we might not get it. This part, I've died so many times on this part right here. So you want to, like, bait this guy to jump at you. Just duck. Oh, see, just got to be careful. Duck. Oh. Oh, my goodness. All right, we're fine. We're fine. Okay. We're going to get the extra life that's over here. Got to beat this little fly dude that can just predict all my moves, which is really annoying. There we go. Okay, spawn that. We get the extra life. Come back. I believe we just gotta drop here. Yep. Nice. Alright, so we're not doing too bad. This next level, though, is pretty tough. This one actually has 2 cages. We're not going to get them yet. We're going to get them on the part 2 in the next video. We're just going to try to survive this level. So this is just like another one of those, like, kind of auto-scrolling where you have to, like, follow the platform levels. I always die right here. And I said it and it happened. I materialized it and it happened. Honestly, I was past him. I just kept jumping for whatever reason. But yeah, I die on that usually once every run through. I just can't help myself. I don't know what it is. Okay, you can just jump over it like that. I don't know why I make that such a big deal, but I really always mess that up. Okay, just keep kind of jumping to the left. Technically, you would go to the. We have to go to the left. I'm not going to do it to get the first of the 2 cages. The last cage is at the end. There's basically another one of these kind of like things here we got to get through, and then that's it for this screen. Definitely not one of the easier levels. This one's tough. I'll admit that. What the? I mean, good thing we got the checkpoint, but still, I don't know how I missed, like, how it missed. I thought I was gonna still clip that. Yep, this game will get you frustrated. That is for sure. Doesn't matter how many times I've beaten it, it will frustrate you in some degree. Oh. Whatever you gotta do to get through this, it's just, this is more just a feel kind of to it. I mean, I guess there is sort of a, you know, you could play it by where it is in a certain part, I guess. So now what you would do is you would jump off the back here, but we're not going to do that yet. We're just trying to get through this first. We'll come back to it later on. Technically, we're going to be doing 2 of the 4 Bandland levels. And then in the backtrack video, we're going to do the other 2. Okay, we just somehow get through that. Just kind of have to avoid the stuff. You might get hit a couple times. All there is in this level is that 1 extra life that we just passed. Okay, let's see how quick that is. So we're going to wait a second. Oh, we actually have to wait another second. Come on, make it. Duck. Grab the extra life. Nice. Awesome. We're going to take this and just let it bring us all the way. This level has, I believe there's 2 different health power-ups. There's one right here. I'll show you guys what the second one is. I'm not going to... I know there's like a little section here where you can get some extra blue tings. I'm not going to do it. I just think it's a waste. You go up here. I'm not doing that. Complete waste. So to get down there, we would need to get... You know, use the fairy to get smaller. And then there's a blue thing there. Just go back up. And that should be the end of the level. lot of those guys that shoot out the little thunderbolts, but and that's it from Bongo Hills. That one's a long level, and it's tough too. That's usually where people might give up, honestly, if you were a kid and you gave up at some point, because it only gets harder from here. It's just like the level of difficulty definitely just spikes up. All right, so Allegro Presto. This is how it's gonna go. It's either I'm going to well, first let's try to go in the back part, because you get a speed punch and a gold, and that spawns a power up. If you do that, it's a nice little tip. All right, let's go there, do that. Nice, go down. Okay. Okay, there. Jump here. Oh, wait. You don't really need a boost or anything. You just got to get up here. First cage is here. I'm going to go for the second cage. If I don't get it, we're going to have to come back to this level, because it's very hard to get back. I don't think you can really get, unless you die, which I'm not trying. Oh, hold on, let me try this again. Get as much speed as humanly possible. Oh, it didn't. For some reason, it didn't grab. All right, so you know what? We'll come back. I could give it one more. I could die on purpose. So there's this. That would be normally the third cage. Because I'll show you guys why. We can't go backwards on this one. Like, I can crawl as far as I can. I don't think we'll get enough. Yep, see? And it doesn't, like, catch you where you could jump back up. Which is not a big deal. I mean, we'll try one more time. If not, we'll just backtrack. We'll come back here. I kind of had it in my notes that I was going to, like, backtrack anyway. Because it's just easier when you can run. You basically can get speed by running on this. You get way more speed once we get our run ability. Which is weird. That's why a lot of people will be like, oh, like, the game's kind of slow. Like, it gets a lot quicker once you can run. And that's where, like, the speed running part looks awesome to watch, because a lot of cool things can happen once you're able to run. Well, let's see if we could do it one more time. If we die, or, I mean, if we don't make it, then it is what it is. Oh, man, that's not good. All right, so we're probably just going to have to come back to this one. We're not going to be able to get enough speed. I don't think. No, no way. No, yeah, no way. All right, it's okay. We'll have to come back. There's a cage that you have to use that little ramp to get up to. It's probably for the best, though, that we don't get all the cages here. Because, honestly, that one, like, I can get it, but I wouldn't expect people, especially playing the game for the first time. Like, I didn't even get it there, so. This part, you just gotta time your jumps to get into the middle. The platforms keep getting smaller. You're not gonna die. It just wastes time. There we go. We did that pretty well. Okay, cool. We got an extra life from blue things there. Come on. There we go. Got a checkpoint. There's an extra life up here. Okay, you kind of just jump and there's a horn there that shoots you that way. The extra life is up here. Grab that. Let's go jump down. Let this thing. So we can get this first before we. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, we got that. Like I said, we're gonna end up with 5 cages at the end of this. Okay, that's fine. Not a big deal. Nothing's down there. Okay, just be careful when you're going. You don't want to fall too far to the right. And we're done. Just like that. Just like that, boys. All right. So the next screen, basically we want to jump to, or you might only have to do one. That spawns this cage up top. So we get that cage. There's one more cage that we can get, technically. We're going to go up, though, because there's an extra life we can get up here, too. All right. Get the extra life. Fall here. This level is really, in my opinion, for me, this is where the game gets tougher. Obviously, I've died a couple times, and that just happens from whatever. But this level in particular can get very annoying. I just wanted to get those 2 things. Right. Ooh, boy. Okay. Alright, so the last cage, you just gotta go a little bit to the right. You hear it? There it is. These things that kind of spawn. That was close. I almost fell. My death. Okay. Just want to get on top of this stuff. Take the small Rayman. Get to here. Oh, got hit. There is a magician too at this level, so we do need at least 10 things for that part. We should have it too. Alright, so now we're going to end up here. This is where the level gets very interesting. So what you can do is, you can either play it slow and just go for like these hang jumps, or you can kind of go a little bit faster. I'm used to kind of just like going like that, but you can kind of just like jump one at a time and just kind of, I don't want to, this is really dangerous to do. Kind of just like do this where you just hang. I'm going to be doing it on the next part. I'm not a big fan of getting this one either, because really the only way to do it. Alright, I actually got that to spawn. Usually you have to hang on the side. The problem is it ruins the cycle for this, which I'm not a big fan of doing, because now we have to... Okay. Ah, see, that's exactly why I don't go for that bottom thing. Once you get to that certain point, the cycle starts, and I'm used to that cycle being a certain way. I'm not a big fan of stopping there. I just wanted to show you guys the... I guess I could try doing it the other way. I'm usually not used to doing it this way, but... Because the hang is just such a weird ability, because you have to, like, predict... Like, you're shorting your jumps, but... Yeah, we'll be fine here. There's actually an extra life if you... So it's very weird. You have to, like, fall into here, in between, and the extra life spawns. Or you can, like, hang, I think. You could do this, too, right? Like, you're going... And you could hang on this, and it should spawn it. But that extra life, that's one of, like, the later ones that I found out about. Like, one of the last ones. Here, just... Gonna hit these clouds. If you do, just make sure you jump out of there. Now, to get to this magician, we have to go up and to the left. We do have enough tings to get it. Just gotta go. Alright, so I heard it spawn. I can go back. Wait for this guy to walk back this way. He doesn't hurt you. You just gotta jump off of him. Okay, let's get in there. Get another extra life from this magician. This one you gotta be really careful, because we don't have a lot of extra tings to waste. Oh my god, come on. Okay. Okay, we got that. Nice. And practice will make perfect. It's hard for me to explain how to do every single jump. You kind of have to just try it for yourselves. But I'll try my best to explain stuff. Okay, so now we're back here. This part is annoying. So this guy can't push you or anything. It doesn't matter, but... I mean... Again, you could just jump on it, or you could do these, like, slow jumps. It's just you got to be used to knowing where the hang is going to actually work. Because the hang is an automatic ability. It's not like I'm pressing a button for him to hang. So, then once you get here, you can kind of just walk. Jump. Right there. That might take you some practice, I'm not going to lie. Just jump right in the middle. Better off. And then these will start spawning. Oh. Oh, come on. Right there. You basically just have to jump on that cloud and get this exit sign to spawn. Sometimes, like, if you don't make the screen move enough, it's not going to spawn it. But yeah, that screen was a bad screen for me for a long time. So now this particular screen doesn't have anything. There's no collectibles here. Yeah, there's nothing really to collect or anything like that. You just got to get through the screen. Kind of a slow level because, you know, these guys that are going in this direction, they're annoying to, like, get past. All right, there we go. Because obviously the whole level is like these ice mechanics. There are no extra lives or anything, or cages here, so That at least that's nice. We can get the there's a health power up in the back here that I'm gonna show you guys. I figure I might as well because I actually kind of need to get it anyway. Let's go to the back and just grab that thing. Just be careful. Don't go too fast here because you'll fly right into the death things over there. All right, so we need to go up this way to go back to where the slope kind of starts again. It's right here is where the rest of the level is. This level's not that long. It's not too bad either. Okay, we'll just keep moving. Again, just kind of gain speed. Awesome. Oh, well, we'll get the checkpoint. Right, just to be good old Samaritans. Not trying to be a savage here. Just trying to enjoy the game as well as explain to you guys the best I can. I believe there's a punch power-up somewhere on one of these things, but I can't remember where. Honestly, does it really matter? Not really, so. This is kind of just one of those levels you just got to get through. We're never going to come back to this because we're actually going to hit up the first level, the first screen, I mean. And we're probably going to just try to go back to the top. But that'll be on the backtrack, the second video. But so far, so good, you know? I can't really complain with how... We've died a couple times, but at the same time, it's been a pretty good run so far. Definitely, I'm sure I'm looking pretty good. We get our fourth ability here. We get the old hover ability, which is going to be good on our when we do the backtrack because it just makes jumps easier. It gives you an out. When you make the wrong jump, you can kind of just hover to a side or whatever you got to do to get a little extra distance. Okay. So now we could go this way, but we're not going to. We're going to save Gong Heights and Mr. Sax, the actual boss, which is like this big saxophone dude. We're going to save him for last. We're going to go to the Blue Mountains and go to Twilight Gulch instead. There's basically going to be three more levels for this video. And then we'll start going the other way. We can actually, let's go down the opposite way, I guess. We want to go through the back part. We're going to end up, for me, I take a hit here. And I just punch the daylights out of this guy until he goes down. These guys have a lot of health, so you got to do a lot of jump punches. Get this thing to spawn by jumping around. Eventually, it'll spawn. Hit the first cage. Now, for whatever reason, my game like freezes up. I think it's just my particular game here. So if you guys see that, it's just my game or whatever. For some reason, like the FPS just goes down. And in those like few spots, I have no clue why it does that. It might be some scratches there or something because I'm using the actual disc. So we get 3 cages basically right off the bat, which is pretty awesome. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think the FPS just stops like that for the rest of the level. It's just that one part. All right, so now we got to use our new hover ability that we just got. Do a little jump punch. For some reason, if you punch and you throw it behind them, I think it does even more damage, or it feels like it does. I don't know if that's even true, but it just seems like it. So basically, all the cages are on one screen. They're all on this first screen, which is kind of nice. The problem is we can't get every cage. There's one cage that is actually impossible to get. At least I think it's impossible without having the run ability. We just have to get that, and we're going to have to run and get a running start, and then go all the way to the end here. And then use the punch, but we can't do it yet. Oh boy. Okay, we're all right. This is the 5th cage, and the final cage that we get for now. Just, you know, wind it up, time it, get that 5th cage, and now we're gonna keep moving to the end of the screen here. Okay. Punch him right in the balls if you gotta. Nice. And that's the end of that screen. Not too bad. I saw that one coming. These little guys, man. Swear. Waiting for him to come back, possibly. Nope. Okay. So they can knock you back. Okay, nice. So, Mr. Stone, or whatever this guy's name is, he's gonna start running after us. Just gotta run away from him. Not too bad. Obviously, I know what I'm doing in terms of, like, what's coming. That's the whole trial and error part of this game. A lot of this game is just trial and error. It's kind of ridiculous what they expect you to kind of, you know, do on the fly. Almost impossible. It's almost like they want you to kind of die a little bit. Because they don't expect you to know certain things. What I will say is he won't kill... If you hit into him, you won't die. He'll knock you forward and you'll take 1 damage point. But if you do need health, you just crawl into this like log thing right here and we'll get a health power up. So that'll help you if you lost a couple health points on that first part. Get a couple power-ups here. There actually is an extra life coming up. It's in the last one of these boulders that you break. Just spam punch and this last one has it. Yep, got it. Nice. Over the rock there. Let me go here. I'm gonna punch and duck every time and should avoid getting hit. Okay. Okay. We gotta wait for this guy to jump away. Okay, now that he's gone, go on the edge here. Don't go too far, otherwise you will... I think you actually die if you hit the spikes. You don't even get like a second kind of life, you know? You don't... It's not like you lose like 1 point. Just watch out for that thing. Okay. Now, there's either one or two things you could do when we get to the top of this. Either you get to the top little part, there's going to be like a little cliff thing, like where the exit sign is, but there's a guy that has the gun that shoots out the hammer. It's either you get up to the top and you duck on the actual platform, or you hang off the platform, which I normally do. I normally hang, or the game just won't work. That's amazing. You know what sucks with this one too? Look where we start. Like I was saying, very unforgiving. Look at where we are. We were literally at the very end. We had to start back. Oh my goodness. That was a good safety jump there. Again, this is something that you just gotta get used to at this game. It's very, very unforgiving. And sucks in that regard, but I'm used to it at this point. But now we don't have the better punch, which stinks. Okay. It's okay. We can, you know, I got the extra lives. We basically just need to finish the level at this point. We could also get the P, too. That's under the... That, I think, is one of the newer things that I found. I didn't think that was... I always thought that was, like, weird that was there, but I never really tried to, until recently. I think I don't know if I, like, crawled into there. I think I saw somebody do it on, like, a speed run or something. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Or it might have been, like, a max percent. Maybe it was Textera's max percent run, possibly. Not exactly sure, but I'm going for the hang again. I don't care. I'm doing it again. I don't care even if I die, because that's what I normally do, and normally I don't have any problems either. All right, so we got that. All right. Normally what I do is I kind of do this, and then I just like, it wasn't that great. I usually get a nice little head start if I. So I'll show you. If you get hit by him, this is what happens. You just get pushed forward. So you will take damage, but it's not gonna just automatically kill you, or it shouldn't. I'm doing these one at a time. Just duck. Okay. Yeah, but as you can see, like, this sucks to have to go back and do this again, you know? But part of the game, I guess. Is what it is. Oh my goodness, we are so close to hitting that spike. And I think if you hit those spikes, you do die, no matter how much health you have. Really annoying. Again, just extremely unforgiving. That's the way this game is. Here we go. Let's try not to mess this one up. See? I hung there instead. Now you could, if you get up to here quick enough and then you duck, and then you just let them shoot. You can do that too. It's just you have to be a little bit quicker. But yeah, that stinks that we had to redo that. That's literally, I died on that last part, which, you know, it sucks. But let's go to the next level, the hard rocks. These levels are pretty tough. They're not too bad. Take a little drink there. First, we're actually gonna drop down. There's a cage right in the beginning. It's actually the only cage of this level. You could technically come back for this, but if you get this now, then we don't have to come back to these levels. Or this particular level you don't have to come back to. This one and then the next one, I think we get all 6 cages, which is nice. So we got the cage. Now what we gotta do is we basically have to go here. There's an extra life up here is the reason why I'm going up here. I hate this part. This guy just like throws one of these. The thing literally follows you all the way up. There is a P health upgrade. It's funny in my streams I call it the big P. Gotta always get the big P. That's what I like to say. But yeah, so you get the big P. Now to spawn the extra life, it's gonna be right in this top left corner of the screen right now. Jump up, and now you can see it's there. You gotta have to just jump in between these 2 spikes and get to a certain point. Once you get that, we're good, and now we really start the level here. There actually is one more extra life that we get, and it's at the end. What I would recommend is you don't have to get it, because you actually get to the exit before that, and if you're not comfortable going to where I'm about to go, then don't waste your time going there. It's just not worth it. All right, start it off. It's a little bit of an auto-scroller here for the rest of the level. Very cool music, too, as well. All right, let's just go... I just stay ducked. I like to stay to the right side of the cloud, like right here is good. Should be fine. We shouldn't get hit. Okay, just be careful. Oh, I almost messed up there. There's 2 of these things you gotta punch. Okay, and then we just gotta jump. 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 And then big jump. So we're at the end of the level, right? The exit's here, but I want to get the extra life, which is a little bit further on. So if you wanted to, you could leave if you're not comfortable with this, but I'm going to take this cloud all the way. And even if we die, I want to show you guys this. I think it's important. Just trying to get those extra lives. Okay, we're almost there. So what you're going to do is you're going to drop off here. And you're going to take these kind of swinging things. And then you're going to duck here. And there's the extra life. And there's another exit sign that we can take. So that's another way you can get an extra life. You'll get 2 extra lives instead of just 1 on that level. There's only 1 cage, though, for that first one. I think this is a, like, it does a small auto-scrolling part. Maybe? No? No, not yet. Okay. Ah, crap. Alright, just gonna duck. Alright, so we gotta... Basically, we have to spawn a cloud that's gonna start going up and down to the left. So you have to go all the way to the left in here. I don't know if you heard it or not, but there was, like, a little alert there. And now that cloud is... So, like I said, you just gotta go in here to spawn that cloud that's to our left now. Alright, here we go. Let's go up. In here. Alright, so we got 2. We do have a magician in this level as well. Like a bonus magician level. Gotta wait for these guys to come back. Okay. Technically, there is, like, I think there's either a 1 or 2 health power up there. I'm not gonna grab it. I don't care, honestly. Because we're gonna get the magician level, and that's gonna replenish our health to whatever. It's actually right over here. Luckily, we're not going over because you get 10 or whatever it is. So we got a magician level. There's actually a cage that's pretty close to this part too, but let's get through this. Let's get through this level first. Oh. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I have no complaints so far. Yeah, we did die, like that last level we died at the end and we had to redo it. But if anything, it's just kind of, it's going to make this game look realistic. Like, even to a person, like I've beaten this game many times at this point. I played it on stream, so people that watch my stream know I played this game before. I always wanted to make a walkthrough. I was uncomfortable about certain locations for the extra lives. I didn't know them all. Now I do. I actually knew basically all of them, and then I had to look up a couple different videos and try to find, and I finally found, you know, a few videos that helped me out. I'll definitely do my shout outs at the end of this walkthrough. A lot of people that I think should get some credit. Okay, so what I did there, I kind of just timed it. Once you get to a certain point, you actually will spawn these clouds that'll just like, they disappear. You gotta come up here and get this cage. That's cage number 3. Okay, so we're just gonna crawl under here. There's a part here that I'm gonna show, but I'm almost like hesitant to even show it because I die like half the time I try to do it. I'm just not. For me, it's a waste because I never need it at that point, and it's like a pretty tough thing to get through. We actually got an extra life from Blue Tangs, which is cool. If you need any extra things, there's a 1 health power up right there. Okay, I think once we go past this blue like spike ball, should be an auto scroller level here. Oh, that was actually really risky. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna land on the right side of this platform and then you're gonna jump. That's the best way to avoid that, in my opinion. Okay, watch out for that. Okay, another one. Just got to avoid. We're gonna punch and duck. Nice. Okay, here's the thing I was talking about. So there isn't anything like collectible wise that we can get. Of course I get hurt. So we're gonna kill this guy first, just to get him out of the way. Now, I don't even know like exactly where the cloud is. It's like below. Wonder, can you? Okay, you can, but it's not exactly. Okay, so the cloud is there. So I guess if you did want to, it's very weird though, because you have to do that and then you have to fly over, back up, and there. The reason why that's there is if you die, there's an extra life at the very end that you kind of need a slightly higher punch power up to get, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in like literally like 5 seconds. But that thing kind of gives you it gives you a health power up, and it also gives you a punch like upgrade. Because when you jump up here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a health, an extra life like right in the top right corner of the screen when I jump up there. I think you can see it. So if now I have, because my punch upgrade is up there a little bit, since I haven't died in a little while, I had a good, it's just a lot easier to get because I think I probably had either 2 or 3 upgrades in my punch, or like whatever those speed upgrades. It's like the S that's on the punch thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's basically one of the reasons why that thing is there. I guess to like, if you don't have any, then it's almost impossible to get that that extra life. And I don't know why I'm doing so poorly with this. Okay, that was really weird. There is an extra life coming up though. A couple extra lives in this level. I don't know if there's 3 or 4. Not really sure, but we are nearing the end of the first part, or the end of this first video, so that's good. But to start things off, go here, jump kind of into this top right corner, spawn the P. We're gonna need that anyway. We got to go up there because it's a whole process to get these chests to spawn, or when I say chests, these cages to spawn. But first, if you jump off the back part of this, there's an extra life over here. We're gonna grab that, and the cloud kind of catches you. So we do that. Okay, then you come up here, jump over 2 of these, I believe. Okay, so here's the P. If you go slightly to the right, you'll hear it. I think it was like halfway. There's the cage now on the left side. It spawned. There's the first cage. I'll follow this thing all the way back. Kind of go up here. Grab this 4th cage. First of this screen. And now we're going to go back. Actually, we're going to wait a second before we go back. Nice. Okay, I'm going up here. Have to watch out. There should be, yep, 1, possibly 2. Yep. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna go across. So after this checkpoint, down to the right is another extra life. Right in here. Oh, no, no. Okay. Hold on a second. We'll take this slow. Taking it slow. Alright, so now... Oh, come on, man. It's killing me. There's another extra life that's pretty close. If you jump all the way across here, we have another extra life coming up. This one has a decent amount. I think it had 3 extra lives in this one. So, gotta get this thing to spawn. Whoop. Nice. Come up here. Spawn that. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna go back to where we were before, over here. So, there's a way to spawn the cage that's... well, I guess we can either go use this and go this way, which is kind of a tough jump. So if you heard that first one, that spawned the enemy. But that second little, like, ding noise that was, like, up here, that spawned the cage. Now, you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to do what I just did. You could, like, come up here and spawn it. And just kind of, like, run around in a circle. But that kind of gets so you don't have to go all the way around, I guess. I'll show you what I mean anyway. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go around the circle. So that cage, what I used to do is I used to like come up here. That cage wouldn't have spawned yet, right? I'd come up here, and you just drop in over here. You have to get close to this platform, I think, that I'm standing on, and that's what spawns it. But if you come here and you jump, you're basically close enough where it spawns it anyway. So, you know, not too bad. Don't have a lot left in this level. And I'm making these cloud jumps look a little... I honestly hate the trampoline clouds. They don't work how you want half the time. I'm used to them now, but... Okay, nice. Punch that guy to smithereens there. Alright, we're gonna take... that. Now, what you can do is, and I think I'm gonna try it right now. As you're falling down, a cage is gonna spawn right where I'm standing. So, like, as I'm falling down, if I do this correctly... I'm going to try to jump to this side of the hole and go down. You can actually punch it on the way down. If not, you basically have to go from the bottom and you climb back up these, like, disappearing clouds, which I'll show anyway, but let's try this. I hit it. Wow. Look at me go. So basically, I'll show you how to get back up there. I kind of did it where I punched and, like, kind of did, like, a delay thing. Obviously, I wouldn't expect you guys to do that. Obviously, this is going to be brutal right now with, come on. Come on. Doing this for the people. Alright, so we just basically kill the one guy, go back up, and this is how you get back up to the top. Once you get back down, you just need to, like, jump up to the top thing. So, you know, for me doing that, I wasted some life to show you guys that, but... Pretty awesome, though, right? But yeah, obviously, you would just, like, climb back up using those disappearing clouds. So, we finished that. We basically have one more level, Mr. Stone's Peak. So this is the one I was talking about. This is going to be the last level of part 1. It starts off with this. They give us like a potion and you get like an infinite... Basically, it's like using the hover ability, but we can just like fly around. You use this a couple times later on in the game as well. Like as you're going through. So we have the ability. Kind of a cool, you know, all these concepts are just cool, right? Just kind of changing it up. Different level designs, obviously. The art is completely different in each different world, which is cool. The music on top of that, like I said, is great. Just really tough game, very unforgiving, extremely frustrating. The fact that this is, like, considered a kid's game is just, it's honestly criminal. It's almost like, you know, developers are trolling hard making this a kid's game, because even as an adult, it's still really tough. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get all the loot things here. Okay. I'm probably gonna record this in either one or... I'm gonna, once I finish this next part, I'm gonna, you know, I'll do the next recording later on, but I was gonna maybe do all 3. If I had the time, I'd do all 3 in one recording, like all 3 videos. Basically just beat the game in one sitting. I'm not gonna do that though. So, there's our first cage. Try to get some momentum here. There's 2 cages in this screen. There's also an extra life at the very end of this screen. Be careful. I have to spam X a little bit. Spam X, spam X. Okay, got past it. Gonna go past that guy. Grab this. Okay, we got hit. It's okay. Go on. Spam, 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 spam. Okay, good. Honestly, really stupid of me for going for some of these. These are just like spots that they're in. Okay. Yep, just basically tapping X when I need to. Oh, I was actually... that was really risky. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm going through this a little bit quicker than you normally would. So just take your time on this one. You don't have to go as fast as I'm going. Alright, so the second cage is actually not this one, but it's in between these two. You have to go down. It's kind of a spot you can just sliver your way inside. I don't know what that was. Oh my god, I'm gonna... oh, well, I'm dead. I'm dead. Great. I was trying to get that P just to get through, and then... whatever. Really annoying, but it's okay. I'm just trying to show you that spot. It's actually really like a... it's like basically like a pixel big that you can get into. Come on now. And just drop right in. Okay, we'll get the second cage. And like I said, when you die, as long as you get the cage before you die, then you're okay. The only time that changes is if you know, you have to use a continue. Then I think, depending on which level you're on, then you'd have to like re-get the cage. But all right, so here we go. There should be an extra life here. Just gotta look out for these things coming out of nowhere. Get the extra life in the bottom right. That's the one extra. So there should be 2 cages and 1 extra life for that screen. Oh, this one has a... all right, so you gotta be really careful. I always like... I'm never ready for this. So as you can see, like, you kind of see like the little like smoke coming up, like right where like Rayman's ears are, I guess. You don't want to be at the top. You want to be sort of like kind of top, but not, you know, at the very top, because that's how you actually cut those. And once you... I'm so used to it, you know, like you want to be cutting here, not like up in here. You have to be like where the cut actually is, and you'll see if you're doing it because like the little smoke animation comes up. Where you're like, where I guess like your hair is slicing. You basically get that, like right now the automatic or the infinity hover ability. We lose that though after this. So we get this 1 cage. That's the only thing you get in this screen. There's no extra life or anything like that. And now there's 1 more screen and then no, 2 more screens and then the boss. And that'll be it for this video. But hopefully you guys got something out of this so far. Okay. Just gonna wait. We have another auto scroller here. Just do what you will. There's really no particular strategy. Oh my goodness. I'm being kind of risky because I'm going for the tings, which you really shouldn't be if like, you know, to play it safe. Watch out for an enemy there. Just make sure to punch out that enemy. Alright, so we're gonna go left because there's a cage. There's 1 cage and that's it on this one. There's no extra life or anything. Just 1 cage right up here. Then we're gonna go back to the right. There's 1 more of these auto scrollers. Kind of like fall to this bottom one. This is gonna bring us there. Okay. We're gonna go up. So now you can jump on top like that. It doesn't look like you could do it, but just go for it and it'll work. There's no more enemies, so now it's just moving up. Now, I'm gonna show you guys something, and I never really go this way because I feel like I always die. Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now? Well, now I kind of need it. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Why is this guy able to... Oh my god. What? Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm doing this. What? Go, go. Oh! Okay. That was very close. Hope you guys are entertained by that. Alright. So normally I don't go this way because a lot of the time I get hit. So you get a health power up here to get all 5 health back, right? The problem is that guy spawns again and he throws a rock directly at in our way. Kind of have to like do a little stutter step there. I'm just gonna... Oh my goodness, see how close that was? It actually worked out because I only had 1 health, but you're gonna get more health in the next level anyway. You probably get... I know there's a magician in the next... Well, when I say next level, I mean next screen. But that, I don't know. I get very uneasy in that part. Like I said, that's why I'm showing some of this stuff, because I want you guys to see it. Like, I might not... If I was just playing the game myself, I probably wouldn't go after it, but... Alright, we can just get past that guy. Good. Yeah, we got a nice little health thing there. Good. And we just need to... Up and up. And here's the magician. We actually have enough. A lot of the time I don't have enough. It's just the way that... Like, the part of the level, it's either, like, I just don't have... I'm either low, or maybe I died on the last one, so I just don't have enough of the things, but we're actually okay. Okay, this one's a little bit weird. Just be careful not to hit into the beginning sign. We don't have a lot of things to go around here. Yeah, that one's pretty... It's not too bad. Like I said, honestly, that third one with the swinging plums, that was probably the hardest one, in my opinion, out of all the magician levels. They're, even for the rest of the game. Not that they're extremely easy or anything, but... Good old yes. Okay. Get that. We got the magician level. Okay, a little bit of a... Kind of a runaway thing here. Okay, you're just gonna grab up here. Get the health power up if you need it. I technically don't right now, but that's okay. We have a checkpoint, and then the 5th cage is right. What you gotta do is you kind of have to go off the edge here. Just be careful. Just fly back in, because you can't go down because those clouds like prevent you from just dropping down. You have to go around like that. Go back up. And this next part, I'm gonna explain what I do, because it's just very... From at first sight, and it is tough. These are tough jumps. So the little magma ball or lava rock things are like in the way. So you have to kind of do... I mean, you could do jumps, like normal jumps. Personally, I'll do that. I'll go right up on the edge, and I'll do the same thing. And I'll grab, go right up on the edge. Kind of do that. Right up on the edge. And you could jump across if you're a savage, and, you know, go for it if you can do it. Oh. Oh. Gotta be careful. Boom. Boom. Just drop in here. This is the final cage. I believe we have 1 extra life at the end of this. That's the only thing really collectible wise left for this. Okay. So there's a couple. We still got some things to go here. All right, let those guys pass. There's gonna be another group. Just gotta get up above. Okay, just play it slow. There's a lot of spikes here that you can hit into. Okay. Nice. We're gonna just crawl. They're catching up. Catching up. And there's an extra life though. Even if I got hit, wouldn't matter. There's the extra life at the end. Just don't go too fast where you end up like flying into the exit sign. But now we have the boss, Mr. Stone. He's pretty tough. I will say he's definitely... This is where the boss fights start to get a little bit tougher. We're going to hit that just to get him once. You do get a big P to start off, which is kind of nice. So if you were low, you'll fill back up to 5 health. Here, you just want to jump. I always, like, for some reason, tend to jump and hover, and you'll actually hurt yourself if you do that. You hit him there just to get the ball there. Do that. That should hit him. The way you do damage is you hit that middle thing, like the top middle thing there. And it just kind of like... Well, it's like a little bungee rock thing. Okay, we're just gonna jump. He's holding that. We punch it. Jump on top. Boom. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So far, so good. All right, look out. And I didn't look out. Of course, I'm an idiot. Okay. One more of these. Then he's going to change up his tune a little bit. Oh, watch out. Oh, wow, look at me go. Your boy's got skills. Yeah, so that he only does that depending on how long you are in this kind of specific spot for. Oh my goodness. All right, after this, then he's gonna a cloud now spawns, and that's what you use to jump over him for the last few health points. Now he's gonna do this thing where he does this crazy. I'm gonna show you like what I did. I kind of did it quick there. I'll kind of do it a little bit slower next time when he does that. You can. I've seen speedrunners jump on that rock and actually get a hit in on him. If you could do that, that's awesome. I'm not gonna even. I might try to do it once, but. All right, so he's gonna do one of that. The cycle's basically the same for like the last two. I'll try to jump on the rock. I forget exactly how you could do it. So watch, he's gonna throw it. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah, that was terrible. But yeah, you could jump on that rock and basically hit the top middle thing. It's tough, but it's doable. But I'll show you like how I kind of just doing it like the easier way, where you just avoid the throw completely. Okay. All right, here we go. That last one, and then the cloud's gonna come up. Okay. Now he's gonna go for the rock throw. I just duck and I just kind of start crawling from the middle, and there's no way he could hit you if you do that. So that's kind of the easy way to avoid that rock throw that he does. I'm not talking about the thing where he kind of like hits the ground and the rock just falls and breaks into pieces. I'm talking about where he literally throws and it starts bouncing off the walls. Like this. That's the easy part. Or that's just a different... I wasn't talking about that. But that's Mr. Stone. You know, once you know his patterns, not too bad, which is kind of like what you could say for all the Rayman bosses. They're tough, but once you, like when you do know the patterns, not too bad. And that also is the end of part 1. So I would say, you know, not so bad. I think, you know, we had a couple deaths there, but you know, all in all, not a bad start to the old walkthrough here. So the thing is, because on my list, right, I have a Word doc that, trying to find where, so on my Word doc, technically I should have 8 out of 11 magicians. I think I did an extra one, yep. So I believe right now you should have 41 cages. 29 out of the 65 extra lives and 8 out of the 11 magicians. So, again, so far, 41 out of 102 cages. 29 out of the 65 extra lives and 8 out of 11 magicians by the end of part 1. Unless I mix that up, I'm gonna like watch this video back and like double check that I'm like hitting everything right. I want to make sure that I'm doing this stuff right. But yeah, guys, hopefully this is helping so far. Obviously, the next part will be the backtrack, where we literally will go back and we'll start at all right, we'll basically start at level 1 here and we'll go forward from level 1. That's just kind of how I have it written down, instead of going literally backwards, where we could start here. But for now, that'll be it for part 1, guys. Drop a like if this video helped, or maybe you just watched it just for the pure entertainment. I mean, I might also put like Let's Play on here just because it kind of is a Let's Play. You know, if there's some entertainment part of it, but I really want this to be a walkthrough for people that need help. I was definitely one of those people at one point, so I'm giving back, I guess you could say. And I'm going to enjoy doing this. This is going to be something that will be on my YouTube channel, and I'll be proud of what I've accomplished here with this. But yeah, definitely drop a like. And, you know, leave a comment. Let me know what you, you know, if this helped you at all, or maybe you're just watching this, like I said, for entertainment purposes. I'm always pretty good with responding to comments. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. I'm trying to get to YouTube partner, get to that 1,000 subs, and the watch hours is just ridiculous. I don't even know if I'll ever be able to get to that, but it's worth trying to go for it, right? Got to set some goals. So, guys, I'll see you guys in part 2. You guys have a great day. Peace out, boys.